Do-do-do-do-do. Hello, welcome back. I don't know how to start things still. I'll tell you the time. It is 9:46 p.m. It is March 22nd, Saturday. 9:46 p.m. PST Standard Time. And guys, I was not actually prepared to start the video, but I think if I didn't hit record right there that I probably wouldn't have started at all, and I was trying to make it a habit to do these on like Thursdays/Fridays, and it's Saturday, so if we want a week 5 recap, it's gotta happen now. It's gotta happen right now. Anyways, before starting this one, I put a list together so I would have things to talk about and I wouldn't be mumbling about nothing the whole time because I actually do have things to talk about. And actually, I just remembered another one that I'm gonna have to write down. There you go, real fast, so that I don't forget to not talk about it because I want to go in kind of a little bit of an order, I guess. I don't know. I just kind of wrote shit down randomly, so I don't know. Step one, I did not get a awesome haircut, except I did trim my awesome beard after my shower. So if you noticed, then you're lying. Unless I did a bad job, maybe. Is it bad? I don't know. I tried. I'm not really good at it. It's the second time I've done it, and I watched a YouTube video. But and I don't need my headphones. So let's just turn that off now. My I never tested the audio. Fuck. I usually test the audio. That's why it felt weird. Turn the headphones back on. Stop the video. Okay. As predicted, the video sounds fine, but I'm gonna keep this on for now. But I just had to check. Anyways, I'm trying to say two things at once because my brain won't let me say one thing at a time. I'm gonna put my headphones back on because I think this is not the look. But I had my hair in a bun because I used fancy schmancy shampoo, and wow, that still looks bad. Can I push it back a little? And it felt really nice on my hair, except that I only had the little bit of it, and then I wanted to trim my beard afterwards, so I was like, I'll put my hair up and I'll trim my beard and do whatever, and life will be good. And my hair feels really nice right now, so I feel good about that. And they were samples of Co-Medical shampoo. I looked it up. And did you know that it's impossible to fucking find it on Google entirely unless you're on Japanese Google? If you just do google.jp and then you look up, what did I look up? No, that's on the, it's Co-Medical shampoo. That's the name. You look it up and it's like the third link. Um, through Japanese Google. If you do it on regular Google, you're not gonna find this fucking anywhere. I've tried and it just doesn't exist. Um, and if you find it, then don't tell me about it. Anyways, there's that. I just wanted to bring that up. I got awesome shampoo. I really like it, except um, I'm not gonna be buying and importing Japanese shampoo that I can only find on Japanese Google. That's probably expensive as shit, and I don't have money. So it was really nice, and I really liked it, but I'm not gonna use it in the future. The sample pack is all I got. Anyways, that was thing number one. I wanted to tell you why my hair looks like that, and maybe why my beard looks like that. Number two. Number two. We're gonna go number two, guys. Get ready. Uh, is that I've been having a lot of fun drawing. It's amazing that uh when you realize the reason that you used to do something a lot is because you enjoyed doing it. And I'm gonna try and start studying anatomy on my own a little bit better because I've had a lot of fun with it recently. In my graphic design class, he told us to get a sketchbook and to just start sketching in it. And I do it in class. I have done it between classes at home sometimes. And I haven't done it a lot, like maybe an hour a week, if that. But it's been a lot of fun, and it makes me want to do it more, and it makes me want to get back into the whole sticker design, uh, selling art, potential business type thing. It's inspiring for me, and that class has been really good for me, I think. And it makes me not want to do stuff from my other classes, but obviously that's still important to me too. So, uh, trying to balance it all out. I am still behind in the one class, but I guess I'll probably talk about that more later. But just sketching, talking about anatomy. That was kind of point number two that I wanted to talk about, and we're just kind of going down the list. So this might end up being a fast one too, a fast video. I mean, uh, yeah, I'm just gonna go down the list. I guess this is no particular order because it's just the order that I thought to that I was remembering things and writing them down like seconds before I hit record. But um, this is kind of a weird personal thing, but it's something that I noticed this week that I'm going to talk about. So maybe you don't know this because I'm a stranger on the internet or whatever the situation is. But I had braces in, I don't think I had them in middle school, just high school. And I am supposed to wear a retainer. And the last time I got a retainer, it cost me $300. And I am having a hard time wearing it because when I do, I end up it ends up creating this little space between my teeth, and then my mouth is open when I'm sleeping, and then instead of breathing through my nose, I breathe through my mouth because it's wide open, like. And then when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, why does my throat hurt so fucking bad? So unless a ghost is mouth fucking me every night, um, I think it's possible that I need to find another way to wear my retainer to make it so that I didn't waste $300 because that's how much I spent on that fucking retainer. That's ridiculous, and I can't even wear it now. And my teeth are going out of shape. You could probably see just a tiny bit. My middle four teeth is like the worst example of it, I think. Them like slowly going back to their positions where they were before, and it's I hate it. I hate it, and I don't want to get braces again, and I don't want to keep paying for new fucking retainers because I wasn't happy fucking leaving that $300 behind the last time. I was trying to think of another word. I was not getting there though, so we'll just move on to the fourth thing. The retainer, the sore throat I've been waking up with because of that. That was thing number three, and I don't have a solution for that, so I don't know. I'll have to fucking figure it out. Um, oh, commonplace journals. I like the idea of this. I watched two YouTube videos recently, and I had seen them before, but I hadn't really paid attention to them. I kind of just I kind of just doom scroll on YouTube sometimes, which is just as bad as Instagram, and that's a whole other thing. But I was watching these two videos about commonplace journals and about how they are just it's basically a notebook for yourself. You write down your opinions, your ideas, your thoughts on things that you think are important or that matter, whatever you're thinking at the time. Kind of like a diary. I used to try and journal like a diary type thing, and then I found that sitting down to do it every time at the same time or just trying to get it done every day was creating more pressure than I wanted for something like that. So I haven't written in it in like a week, this notebook that I have. But I like the idea of it to kind of take notes on whatever everyday life, do sketches, do whatever. Um and I didn't do a great job of explaining it, I don't think, uh but if you're interested in journaling and you haven't heard of a commonplace journal, I recommend looking that up on YouTube and seeing if you might be interested in it. One of the videos I saw, this girl described it as you're an investigator and God, I might butcher it, but you're investigating your own life. And this journal is like your research entries basically uh about who you are. So someone reads this and they're like, this is who this person is. Kind of these were the kinds of thoughts that they had on a deeper level, I guess. But I don't know. I found that really interesting. I like the idea of journaling. I'm really not great at it. Definitely not at doing it consistently. So I liked the idea of a commonplace journal where it's just kind of out there on the table. Mine is there on my bed. And yeah, if I have the urge to write something down, if I think something is important and belongs in there, then I could just go and do that. And I have a pen over there. It's just easy to do. So we'll see. We'll see if that goes anywhere. I wrote in it the one time when I watched those videos, and I haven't done it uh in the past week since, but we'll see if that leads anywhere, if that made any lasting impact. But anyways, I said I would move on, so let's finally move on. Um right, we are mid-March, and um I don't know if you guys have this, but I have uh this kind of like certain particular type of the year where I think about. It's such a basic concept. I might sound like a dumbass, but when you think about, say it's March and something happened to you 5 years ago in March, then 5 years in the future, or in the present in this case, it's now March again, and you're like, oh, remember 5 Marches ago, you were doing this terrible thing, and you were, I don't know if that's a good way to describe it, but you get the kind of existential dread at night when you're going to bed and you remember that embarrassing thing you did 10 years ago, kind of like that, but for particular months or seasons or whatever it ends up being. Um, I really don't want to get into it that much, but I will say that I've been thinking a lot about my last couple of years of high school and kind of reflecting on who I am now and reflecting on who I was back then. And what I will say is, I don't think, for a person with uh, who often has a big ego, I'm never happy with who I am, or who I have been in the past. And it's been like every day recently that I've been uh thinking about my high school days, and how that ended, and just being a little bit upset, I guess, at the person that I was, and at who I was to certain people, and how the way certain relationships ended, not romantic necessarily, um but the way certain relationships with certain people ended, and how you're just like, I wonder, because I think about those people, and I do feel bad, and I don't know, uh I don't plan on reaching out and like being like, I'm so sorry for this thing I did 5 years ago. um I am sorry. It's shitty. But I don't plan on reaching out, because I think there's a reason that I'm not in their lives and they're not in mine, and that's okay sometimes, I think. I just, I don't know. It's been on my mind lately, so I thought I'd bring it up. Um, yeah, I think it's okay to have been a worse person at some point, and you just try and be better today, you know? And sometimes you fail at that. That's also a part of it. Sometimes you try and be a better person and you aren't. I don't mean that as an excuse or anything. Um, yeah, you just sometimes you fuck things up. Oh, there goes my computer. Sometimes you do fuck things up, and that's kind of part of the human condition. Um, which brings me into something else I've been thinking about, which is that you gotta be fucking nice to yourself. And it's hard when you're battling all of life, and maybe you've got family or friend drama, and life just keeps fucking you in the ass every second it gets, and you're not even lubed up even a little bit, so you're like, they're just going in raw. This analogy is getting away from me. uh you have to be nice to yourself, you know. It's okay to feel shame, and it's okay to for your ego to be hurt, but if you're not nice to yourself, then if you're not nice to yourself enough where you're gonna allow yourself to be better, then there's no point in continuing to live. And I don't mean that as in like you should just die if you're not gonna be better. I but don't make yourself suffer more because you were a bad person before, you know? Don't definitely don't let other people suffer more because you used to be a bad person. Don't let that be an excuse for you continuing to not get better. Get better and move on, you know? Don't forget those lessons that you learned because that's what they are. Just yeah, just continue to try and be better and don't be so fucking hard on yourself. That's something that I'm trying and struggling to do. And I brought up YouTube earlier and Instagram and how I keep scrolling. I downloaded Instagram again. It's not been healthy. Uh, I want to have a presence on it, and I don't. Oh, it's really fucking hard. It's really fucking hard. So delete it if you need to. Take a break. You know, people will still be there when you get back. And try and set some kind of boundary if you can. You know, I would love to just switch to a flip phone, but I'm having a hard time with that. I don't know if I brought it up in a video before, but I tried to get a cat phone off of Amazon when I still had Prime, and the battery wouldn't hold any charge, and so I just fucking returned it because I was like, well, what's the point? I couldn't have it for 15 minutes and it would be fucking dead. So also, Caterpillar makes phones, like the big fucking construction vehicles. They make flip phones. Who knew? So I tried that route, and I would like to try it again, but this is not the right time, I don't think. Anyways, um, I'm kind of just starting to ramble now, so we'll move on to the next point. And I brought up Instagram, so that was one of my other topics. So I could get rid of that one now. I've been studying Japanese independently. That's been fun. If you don't know, I took Japanese in the fall of last semester, and I made a group of really good friends, and it was fucking awesome. It was my favorite class. It was the first one that I did back in person since I was in high school, which was before the pandemic, so it was a big deal for me to it was scary to try and go back, especially to college for the first time in person. It was a big deal. But um, I watched a video by Trenton, which is titled "You Should Use Anki." I had it pulled up. You should be using Anki by Trenton, Trenton. Um, Fantastic video. He goes through a bunch of Anki add-ons and stuff, and Anki is a flashcard um, game app that you could download on your PC software. I don't know. Um, you download it on your PC and then go to their website, look up whatever pre-made decks that other people have made, or just make your own in the app, which seems a little complex for me right now, so I've not gotten there yet, but I have downloaded other ones, and I might have talked about this too, but I downloaded one called he recommended it in the video. It's called Japanese, or it's called 1.5K or something. It's basically the 1500 most used Japanese kanji. So I've done, last time I checked, it was about 80. So I would say probably closer to 100 now uh, of flashcards in Anki. And it's cool and it's helping me. And I get to keep up my Japanese practice over this semester when I don't have a Japanese class because Japanese 2 is only offered in the fall. So I have to wait till next semester, which kind of sucks, but it's given me something to practice and to do every day instead. And I really like it. And there's one of the add-ons is this calendar system where it basically is colored in if you did it on a particular day. It's like a calendar grid. So every day is blacked out, and then if you study all your cards that day, then it turns blue or whatever color you choose. So it's a nice motivator to not miss any days. Also, a nice motivator to not miss any days is the fact that you have to review cards every so often. So if you miss a day, like I did yesterday, you end up having to study 40 flashcards today, which is fucking annoying. And it took like an hour, but I did it, and I enjoy the process. It's fun. And it gives me something to study that I want to study. Um, which is not fair because the classes I'm taking this semester I actually really enjoy. But to most other semesters I've had in the past, that would be a pretty good dig because I hate general education classes. Just give me the shit I care about, dude. Anyways, Anki, very cool. I feel like I had something else to add on about it, but we'll leave it at that. Other stuff that I've done, I went to typing.com. I think that's what it's called. I have it pulled up also. Yeah, free typing test, typing.com. And they have a whole typing game, like I don't know how to describe it. It's literally just typing lessons, but in a game format, kind of, and it gives you your stats like words per minute and your percentage of how correct your key strokes were, keystrokes, keycaps. I don't know. Um, so it'll be if you miss a couple, it'll be like 96% correct, and I am a perfectionist, so I am dying trying to get 100% as the tests get more and more complicated and as I type quicker and quicker. And it's awesome, and I love it. It's really been helping me. It literally starts you with just the two base base letters J and F, which are the ones that have the little lines on the keyboard so that your fingers can find them if you're not looking at the keyboard. And then it builds out from there, just adding one or two or three keys at a time. And I think it's really effective and really fucking cool. And I've been using that. I talked to some of my friends about it, and I was really happy with my progress. Because before then, I cannot crack 30 words per minute because I was basically typing with two fingers because I had never learned how to type properly. Um, I remember once in like fourth or fifth grade, we all walked down to the computer lab because that was the thing. We didn't have like rollout laptop or Chromebooks or MacBooks like like we did in high school or like kids probably have now. We went to the computer lab, which was all brand new. And they said, okay, here's some typing games. Go ahead and try them out. And uh, I I think that was it. I think it was like the typing racing games, like start typing and see how fast you could do it, but they never actually taught us how to how to position our fingers or do anything. And this website literally walks you through every single step, and I found it on my own. I was so proud because like I said, I couldn't crack 30 words per minute, and I'm averaging 60 words per minute now, which is still not fantastic. Uh, I think the average words per minute for people is like 70 or 80, and then to be like proficient is like 130 or whatever. But for me, it was a big deal. That's over double of what I was capable of doing before, and I'm doing it properly now. So I've got a good baseline to build off of. So that was really exciting for me. Something I've been working on for the past couple of months, really. But I also think it's gonna slow down now as I continue to catch up on my homework and keep my grades up and study these other things. I think the typing is gonna kind of fall to the wayside, um, which isn't necessarily the plan or what I wanted, but I think other things are just mattering more to me now, like trying to do more sticker designs or trying to practice anatomy so I could get better at art in general. Uh, I think that kind of stuff is what's gonna matter more to me, so that's gonna probably hopefully be what I end up prioritizing. Anyways, that's what I had to say about typing. What was the other thing? Oh, that one of my classes is a networking class. Not like networking like a businessman, like how do you do? Here's my business card. But um like networks, like routers, switches, computers, that kind of stuff, which goes along with the cybersecurity uh or cyber defense rather um, major that I have going. But oh, I had to burp. Sorry, guys. I'm probably talking too fast. But anyway, um, I've actually the last class that I went to, I had missed like 3 classes in a row because I got sick, and then I had to do my taxes, and then I was losing sleep, so I didn't go to class. But I was still catching up on my homework in the background, so I wasn't like completely wasting my time. And then I finally made it back to class, and the teacher was like, "Oh, you're here!" Like, because a bunch of other people dropped off at this point. But he was like, "You're here, yay!" That made me really happy. And then I didn't understand anything he was talking about because he had us do a practice problem and it seemed like no one was really getting it, so that made me feel a little better. And he explained it and he said this was going to be basically stuff on the final, like one to one. And when he explained it, it made sense to me, and that gives me hope. So I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to understand that stuff a lot better. Part of it, which isn't even really the part that he was talking about in this networks class, was conversion of binary to hexadecimal, which I found out Cisco, um, which is a company that has um, kind of programs for learning this cybersecurity stuff and networking and all these other things, has a binary game where you could practice converting that stuff, and it was really cool. And no one, I'm like realizing that this is so uninteresting and that I'm the only one who would ever care about it. Where did I put it? It's called learningcontent.cisco.com/game/binary/index.html. I'll probably link it instead of making you type all that out. But you play the game and it's basically got uh, a a row of 8 binary ones or zeros, and then it's got at the end what it converts to, and you either change what's on the left in binary or what's on the right in hexadecimal to make them match each other, because they start off not matching, and it's your job to be like, huh, well, that's 128. That's got to be this one, and the rest are zeros. That kind of thing. And if you know binary, then and you know the networking stuff, then that makes sense. And if you have never touched any of this stuff, I basically I may as well be talking in ones and zeros. It's not gonna make any sense. But anyways, that's something I found was cool, and I have hope for that class after all, because I have been struggling fucking hard in it, and I think it's gonna work out. So, uh, oh, I think this game was like beeping in the background. Whoops, that's yeah, the game was definitely beeping in the background there. Uh-oh. Well, I closed it now. Um, but yeah, and I think no, I have one more thing, and this is getting to be a longer video. I thought it would be a shorter one because I talk fast, because I get anxious. But last thing, which is that I exercised twice like last week. And I haven't done that since I was taking weightlifting last semester. And you probably wouldn't believe me if I said I took weightlifting because I'm still scrawny. But I like exercising, and I found this video by Random Fitness, which I really enjoyed. He had an A-B workout plan with just using dumbbells. You could probably look up Random Fitness dumbbell program or whatever and find it. Random, like D-U-M, but still like random, like it's a pun. And God, where am I going with this? That I just exercised twice, and I wasn't really strict with myself, but that I would like to kind of make a regiment for myself. But that I'm still struggling with the whole doom scrolling and catching up with homework of it all. So we'll like kind of like the journal. We're gonna see how that goes. I have it all written out and I have everything set up pretty much. And actually, I would have exercised 3 times last week, but my dad was power washing stuff, and all the exercise stuff is in the garage, and that garage door was wide open to the whole wide world, and I was not about that life. So I walked in the garage and I saw the garage door open, and I walked out of the garage. So that's how that went last week, and then I haven't gotten a fucking chance to this week because I woke up too late on Wednesday, which is the day I was gonna do it. But I woke up late and then I had no fucking time because I had to get to school. But anyways, I digest. I think that's all I have. That was my last thing. That was the thing I wrote down right at the start. We're at 27 minutes, 46 seconds, which I think officially makes this the longest video that I've done in this kind of format. And it is actually because I just remembered that I fucked up by not checking the audio at the start. So I'm going to have to edit that. Good thing I have Premiere now. So I gotta do that, and then I'll upload the video tonight. It's 10:16 now, so obviously I've been yapping for a fucking while. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your night, and I will see you next week, hopefully. Yeah. See ya. Bye.